Mark your calendar. If you or someone you know suffers with Alzheimer's, listen up. The Caregiver Compass is happening this week, and the event provides education, resources to caregivers of those with the disease. And this morning, I'm joined with Alexis Williams to tell us more about it. Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me. So yes, we have the Caregiver Compass. We partnered with Augusta University and the Area Agency on Aging to provide a resource for those that's in a caregiving role. And we have it geared towards anyone. So I am the program manager for the Alzheimer's Association. However, if you are a caregiver of any form, that's the place to be that day.
Yeah, so you're referring to not just someone caring for maybe an elder adult with Alzheimer's, but it could really be any disease.
Yes, it could be anyone, even if you have maybe children that have some health concerns or anything of that nature, you can even come, because we'll have many different vendors there. We'll have legal representatives there as well, because the idea is for caregivers to feel supported. November is National Family Caregiver Month, and so we want to make sure that caregivers in the area know about the resources and things that's available for them here.
Yeah, so before we get into more details about the event, where is it, when is it, where can they find some more info online?
Okay, so it'll be held at Augusta University on the Summerville campus, and the Summerville campus is off of Walton Way, 2500 Walton Way, and it'll be this Thursday, November 6th, from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. When you get on campus, just look for the signs for the Student Activity Center, and we'll be right there in the ballroom.
So in that Student Activity Center, and you said Thursday is going to be 3 to 6. Or 3 to 5, I believe.
3 to 5.
3 to 5, all right. And what can people expect when they get out there? Maybe just the specific types of vendors. You mentioned the legal representation, which I think is fascinating. But what other programs can they expect and maybe learn more about?
Okay, yeah, so we'll talk about it, just the foundations of caregiving. So many people realize, okay, I'm in the thick of caregiving, but they don't realize who all can be a caregiver and the different layers of support that you can kind of lay in. Just because you're the primary caregiver does not mean that you have to do everything. So we want to talk about the foundations of how you can build a network and the support of individuals and who those people may be. We'll have Red Cross there that'll be doing some hands-only CPR training that'll talk about just what you can do in a situation, emergency response. We'll also have home health companies there, therapy companies. So if you're needing maybe a caregiver to come in, a respite care, alternative living options that's there. Maybe if you need somewhere just for them to go during the day, so adult day services, we'll have all of those different individuals there just to provide some type of resource.
Yeah, and a lot of people involved in caregiving, I'm sure, as you know, it can be a family member that maybe wasn't their plan to start acting in that role.
Yes.
And so I love that you guys are doing this event, but can you maybe speak on some of the most common obstacles that they face and what support that you guys are offering and just how that came about?
Okay, so yeah, caregiver burnout is a major thing that we talk about. And so again, just talking about what can you do to notice those signs before the burnout happens, and what are some things that you can do to help when you see these signs. So that'll be discussed there. We'll also talk about some of the challenges of like financial. So again, like you said, it could be very, very unexpected. So when I say caregivers is open up for everyone, I am the program manager, but what also could be is maybe a car accident happened and now life is completely different for what you know. So also too, what are some things that we can make? So financial planning. Again, Georgia Legal Services will be there, so we'll talk about will planning and estate planning. We'll have someone there from a professional solutions to go over just making sure everything is in one pot. One of the things that you see with Alzheimer's and dementia too is hallucinations and delusions. So you may have all the right paperwork done, and then you have it in this safe keep place. But then the person that's living with dementia may now start thinking somebody's stealing from them or things. And so now they go to hide it. They pull it and now they're hiding it, but they forget, they don't really remember that they may be living with dementia, so they don't remember where they hid it. So again, we'll also have somebody there that'll talk about just, yes, we need to make sure we have these things in place, but also where can you put these places? So making sure we have multiple copies, because that's one of the things we don't think about.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that are just unexpected. You don't think about it. I've gone through similar situations in my own family, and so I understand exactly those kinds of scenarios you're talking about. And let's say somebody can't make it out Thursday, 3 to 5. Very quickly, where can they be involved with you all and just find out more info?
So you can call our helpline. Our helpline is 272-3900. It's on the flyer. We're asking for people to register. If you don't register, that's okay, but we want to make sure we're going to have a goodie bag for everyone with a lot of resources in there, because a lot of times when we go to different events, we're getting all this kind of information and we don't remember everything.
Right.
So we want to make sure we have this goodie bag for it. And that goodie bag will be that helpline, but also on the flyer, that's the helpline. You can always call our 24/7 helpline. Master level clinicians are there to answer the call, and they can connect you with resources. We have 5 different support groups that meet locally in the area with the Alzheimer's Association. Wow. If you maybe need help with getting transportation to appointment, we'll actually have a table there for with 2 vendors actually that'll talk about how they can help you get there. But again, you can call the helpline and they can connect you to those resources as well. We have what's called a community resource finder on our website and through our helpline, where it also can link you to different therapists. So if you can't make it there, you can always find information on our website or calling that number.
All right. Well, thank you so much again for joining us this morning and for what you're doing with caregiver support and providing these resources. We think it's great.